Yo, it's your boy, hashtag Mr. Tell the Truth, Kengi checking in again. Woke up by 2:40 on the head. 2:40 on the head. Matthew chapter 25. Matthew chapter 25 was very interesting. It talks about the kingdom. It talks about the last times, last days of time, and how you're going to distinguish the two between who's wicked or who's evil, who's good, or who's going to be entering into the kingdom of God's when God's Son shows up back to come take his people home, his children, his only begotten children. You know, we all supposed to be sons of God. When it comes to the point, we all supposed to be disciples. We know that, but the problem is we never educated. We never was educated on how to become a disciple. We was always trained to think just because you commit your life or walk down the aisle and be baptized and come to Bible class and come to the place of worship 2 hours out of the week, add the hour of Bible class 3 hours a week, that your life gonna be saved and you gonna go to heaven. I'm here to clean that up. That is one of the misinterpreted ways of how you're supposed to walk the face of the earth. Because the Lord's Prayer told us how we should be have dominion over the earth as well. We're supposed to walk the face of the earth as well. We're supposed to act like it is in heaven. Because when it says in the Lord's Prayer, the only prayer you should pray every day, once before you go to sleep, once when you first wake up, the Lord, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. What is the kingdom? Oh, we've never been educated on this word called the kingdom. If God is the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords, and the Father of all fathers, what is the kingdom? How come we never asked this question since day one before we decided to say we Christians, or so before we decide to say we want to save our soul due to this ministry that you giving us the word 3 hours a week? What is the kingdom? I need to know what the kingdom is, because the kingdom is from heaven. And according to the prayer, it's in the scriptures too. The prayer's in the scriptures too, all out the Bible. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. So you telling me when it said kingdom come. So in other words, if I align myself mentally, physically, and spiritually with the characteristics and principles of the Lord of all lords and the King of all kings and the Father of all fathers, the kingdom will come so I can have my heaven on earth. Do you hear me? A lot of y'all missed that by miles. So break it down before you make your own conclusion or your own perception based on what you was taught from 0 to 7 years old. You need to delete it. Because Jesus kept telling the disciples, only way you can get in the kingdom, you got to become just like a child. You got to transform the way you think. You got to download new instructions. Because if you don't have new instruction, if you never decide to seek the kingdom or seek God's face, you got destruction in your life, I guarantee you. And you know it, but you don't want to fess up to it because you so ashamed of what people are going to say. Who cares? Your soul is on the line here. Can't nobody save your soul but you. That's why he gave you the choice, good and evil. Do you hear me? So if you walking around here and you at the age of 13 and older and you never been taught the principle of how to get in the kingdom, it's about time for you to ask yourself, do you want to see the light or you want to hang out in the dark? Because the more you hang out of, the more you're going to be connected to. You're going to be connected to the dark or you're going to be connected to the light. And the light is from the Most High, the Creator. The dark is from the faller, the one that fell. The one that thought he had enough sense to take over the throne of heaven. We all know who that is. That's why he called him the fallen angel. So if you stay connected to the one that done failed, what makes you think you're gonna not fall? You're gonna fall just as well. It's almost like plugging iron into the wall. Wherever you get your source of power from, your strength, your faith, what you keep hearing and hearing, your resourcing, your principle, your habits, that's going to determine your future. I guarantee you. You can talk how you want to talk. You can say what you want to say, but I don't want to hear none of that. Whatever you got to say is irrelevant right now, because he said the ones that have ear, let them hear. So if this message ain't for you, you can keep on scrolling by, buddy. It's for the ones that got ears that want to hear. Let them hear. Shut up and close your mouth, because you ain't been in the doctrine long enough of the apostles and studied Jesus' way of teaching no more than 3 hours a week. This has been so secretly hidden from us for so many years. But guess what? God knew they was going to hide it. The ones that hid it, he knew that. That's why he written it on the hearts of the ones that he knew he was going to call them Daniel in the bush. He was going to groom them up and make sure they study his words to be able to help his children and his children's children. You better hear me. He did not go back on his word not one time. Didn't you read the scripture where he said, Isaac, Abraham, Jacob, I'm going to make sure your seeds become someone great or a great nation? Guess what? We're the future of those fathers. Somebody got that seed. Don't be afraid of this world. Save your soul. Serve your gift. If you that seed, I need you to manifest that thing so we all can come together and make sure God's plan be fulfilled. And I'm out. Hashtag Mr. Tell the Truth. Kengi. Peace.